We have context questions like we in our paper we get context questions and essay type questions. So let's take a sample context question. One context question carries 8 marks. So we are supposed to write one side of an exam paper. So you can write one page answer, one side answer as your for this context question, context as a context answer. So if we take Chimney Sweeper, the stanza 1, we can give the imagine like you get the first stanza of the poem Chimney Sweeper as a context question. So then what you would write? So what can we write then? The beginning, the first you have to give an introduction. So this is how you should introduce. This extract is taken from the poem Chimney Sweeper, written by William Blake, who belongs to early romantic era, right? This is the first quatrain, or the stanza you can say, of the poem, where the poet highlights and introduces the situation, highlights and introduces the situation, how the small kids being sold as sweepers. Then second paragraph, you can analyze. In this stanza, the poet makes a pathetic introduction on how the lives of small children being exploited and how their life goes through a risk. The fact that the child says his mother is dead and his father sold him highlight their poverty, let's say their extreme poverty. Died and sold, you can quote the two words, died and sold. Highlights or emphasize the poor background of the family. The fact that the poet selected the word weep instead of sweep indicates the childish nature of the little kid. The use of repetition emphasizes the suffering of this child. The child's suffering continues even at sleep. the last line highlights that. So your chimney I sweep, in suit I sleep. So the like even at sleep, he sleeps on suit. The child is sleeping with the dirt in his body. The dirt and the dark, or the dirt and the black color of the chimney of the suit highlights how the evil has been taken the place of the purity, and how these kids struggle with the dirt or with the evils of life. Okay. So this is the analysis, the second paragraph, and the third paragraph, it is like you have to suggest the theme that you all can do alone. The third paragraph should be like the theme. You can say this extract highlights the theme of what? Exploitation, the theme of poverty. The poet criticizes how the child rights being violated, and how the little kids, their lives being exploited. You can explain in the third paragraph. You don't need to write a lot, just few lines enough. And the last paragraph, then you can start the fourth paragraph saying like, as techniques, the poet introduces what? What are the techniques in the stanza? You can say the poet follows a simple rhyming scheme. You can say the simple rhyming scheme is used to suggest the simplicity of the childishness, the simplicity of the life of the kids. The children are supposed to have a simple life. And also the rhyming scheme, it's like monotonous, like it's like a regular rhyming scheme you find. So that is suggesting the monotonous nature of their life, like their life is like same, it goes like a river, like it's same life is continuing. And also you find assonance and alliterations. You all know what an assonance is, what an alliteration is. Weep, weep, weep. V sound repeats, it's alliteration. Weep, weep, weep. E sound repeats, it's assonance. So the assonance and alliteration both are used to highlight or to stress on, or to give an additional power on how these kids suffer, how they are weeping. And the poem, you can say it's first person narration, it's a monologue, no? It's first person narration. And also the suit, it's a symbol of evil, suggesting the negativity, the negative idea of life. Okay, so you can complete the techniques and you can complete the theme, the 2 more paragraphs, complete, write down, and you can make it as a complete answer. So I just gave you a sample, an idea on how to write a context question, right? Okay, so that's it for today.